I'm the coach. You're locked into the NFL on EA Sports. Let's get back to Brandon and Charles for the call.
All right, thank you, Coach. We pick up this challenge in the third quarter with 5 minutes left on the clock. It's a tie game, 10-10. You've got the ball on your own 25-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brandon Dunn breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Murray with a 3rd and long. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. Marquise Brown, 81 yards, as his guys have now moved out in front. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. On 1st down, Watson. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On the counter, this is Hyde. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. It's caught. Jones.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
That's it, baby. We got work.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That did.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Now left side on the swing pass.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because they're built.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Julius Peppers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Murray. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. But now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Murray now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that one knocked away and incomplete. Nice job defensively on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now here on EA Sports, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. The throw over the middle taken in and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38. 1st down, Murray. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
This throw caught right around the 6 and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Murray to air it out again toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Murray and company going for it on 4th. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they get...
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Here's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Murray. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown from 6 yards away. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the defense now here back onto the field. They have to recover a little bit. Last time they couldn't stop the run. They really couldn't stop the pass either.
And it wasn't just physically. It's mentally because the offense appears to be a step ahead of them. No matter what they call, it's working. So they've got to get something figured out. And usually you need a big play to get things turned around.
They gave up the touchdown on that balance attack last drive. Now this drive. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Watson off play action. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Pick, baby. You see it all day. Pick it.
And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
So here are visitors to take over on offense. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And Stills bringing it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Watson now to throw. And he'll find Akins there, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Looking to throw again on second down. Watson. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They were searching for the tight end, Darren Fells. And it's third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Watson. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a first down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
To throw is Watson. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Check, 43.
One last throw here for Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. Well done. You've defeated this ultimate challenge. Now, if there are stars still available, you can always replay the challenge again. Otherwise, it's time to move on to the next one.
Hello, and welcome to this Madden Ultimate Team Showdown. I'm your host, the Coach. Let's join this one already in progress. Here's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thank you. We jump into this challenge with a lot of time still remaining in the second quarter. Still no points on the board. It's 0-0. You've got the ball all the way down to your opponent's 15, and it's first down. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They go play action. Griffin. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jerry Rice there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2. To throw is RG-3. And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Good job.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And taken right at the 35. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you,
blitz coming, and down he goes. Duke Riley gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. Here's Griffin. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown. Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. there will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. So that last play gives them a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Gets this complete to Jim Brown. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to make it 4th down. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Surprised at all that they went with a fullback there?
Not at all, because it harkened back to the days where we watched these games almost in black and white, right? The stocky guy, the strong guy, the powerful guy with leg drive. Give him the football, and even if the blocking isn't perfect, he has the ability to scatter bodies and move people enough to pick up 1st downs. That's what we just saw right there.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Griffin. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Griffin. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Griffin will throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The safety, Keanu Neal, there to knock that one free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
They're going on 4th down. It's Griffin. And that is going to be incomplete. A 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And now a carry here for their fullback. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the 1st.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now it's Griffin. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Now Ryan on 1st down. Ryan hit, and he lost the football.
Boom! Sack, baby! Sack! Ready!
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Oh, some strong running. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And time to spotlight Golden Tate. Second quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think there's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Munoz. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Brown. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A run here with Brown. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Well, you came up short in this one, but no worries. Select replay challenge and go get that win. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our... This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Play action. It's Griffin.